Problem 4. As shown, A, B are 2 points on either ends of the pathway's diameter. Willa is at A and William is at B. They start at the same time, but going opposite directions. They first meet at point C, 80 meters away from point A. Then they meet a second time at point D, 60 meters from point B. Find the circumference of this pathway. So in meetup problems, I think we did a lot of this type of problem. So if you haven't, I will be putting the series link down in the description below. So if you would like to take a look at that. So I'm going to start. So we know that these are at the diameter, right? So one thing to keep in mind is that these two sides are equal. Anyway, they start at the same time going opposite directions. They first meet at point C. Point C, 80 meters from A. And then point D, 60 meters from point B. Now, I'm going to be drawing a sketch, right? So Willa is at A, and they're going different directions. So I'll make Willa go this way. So Willa first came here, and she stopped. They met. And just to make everything a bit easier, I'll make Williams on the outside part of this. Okay, and if drawing it like this is hard for you, I always recommend just like laying it down on a flat surface. Maybe that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so I know that, there's this line. I can always transform this curved into a straight line. So this is A, this is B. They first meet at point C, which is 80 miles away from A, and point D, which is 60 miles away from B. So this is Willa, and this is William. All right. So Willa is at the top. All right. So Willa first came here and stopped. William started over here, and he's a bit faster. So he came and ran all the way to C and met up with Willa. Next, they go over to meet at D. So that time period, Willa came over here for D. So Willa came to B, turned around and went to C. William went to A and came back to D. So this is another point that they met at. Okay, so I have my diagram drawn. Now this is something very, very important. So they met 2 times. With these 2 times, I have 1, 2, each showing which time they met. This is Willa. I'll call Willa A since it. How about I'll call Willa A because she ends in A, and William M because he ends in M. So over here, I have made a chart to help us record our information from this diagram. So there's also a total, right? This is the total amount of things of distance that they walked all together. So at their first meet, Willa had 80. She walked 80 meters. But we're not sure about William, so I'll keep that blank. Now for number 2, do we have any chance of figuring that out? Well, we're not sure how much she went through for number 2, so I'm not sure what to fill that either. But now let's look at our total section. So our total section, first, if you add these up, right? So there's this part, and there's this part for the first meet. Add together, you'll see that they actually add up to just one full length of AB, that whole line segment. And if we go to number 2, by their second meet, they have already walked altogether 3 AB. So over here, how much ABs are in 3 AB? Right, they times a 3, and since these are all proportional, we also have to times a 3 to 80, which gives us 240. So we know that by their second meet, Willa has already gotten 240 meters walked. So we know that this part is 80. We know that these parts are 60. So all we're trying to find is this part right here, and then we can find the circumference of this pathway, which is just this whole segment right here. So first I'm going to subtract. So 240 subtract 80, subtract, and remember there was 2 60s in here. So subtract 2 times 60. So 240 minus 80 is 160. 160 minus 120 is 40. So actually this part is 40. I drew it a bit too long. Anyway, this part is 40, which means all we have to do next is add these up. 80 plus 40 is 120. 120 plus 60 is 180, which means that our final answer to this problem, the circumference of this pathway, is 180